going on, everybody? This weekend,
Radio.
last show of the year. We'll talk about it in a second.
But first,
Maybe.
maybe.
I guess.
And go.
Go.
And go.
Hey man, it's me, Kevin Smith, and you're watching Three Men in a Basement. Take that from a former comic book man.
Love it. Awesome, dude. Thank you again. All right.
Pleasure.
Off to a great start. Great
Oh,
start
yeah.
here.
Sure, Otto's not controlling things that we don't see him. That he's
Yeah,
man
fantastic.
of the board.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like sometimes it just doesn't want to go. Sometimes, I mean, between technical difficulties and then things just not working. But we're here. We have a nice small little deal of preview for you guys tonight. As you can see, I'm not by myself. We got 4 of us tonight, which is awesome. Starting off right to the left of me, the right of me. I don't know how it works. It's always inverse. Dave, the brother. What's going on, Dave?
It's this way. How you doing? Great seeing everybody. Frank, Mike, thanks for joining us. Mike, I see you. The preview, is that what you're bringing? What's behind you? Is that going to be at the show this weekend?
All of this. This is everything I'm bringing. My whole collection.
Right.
We're liquidating it. Yeah. I'm going into
Sounds
Pokemon
good.
cards and Funko Pops after this.
Down the other
All
way.
right. Can't wait to see you guys. And Frank, thanks for joining. I guess you're going to be setting up, liquidating your stuff.
It's always a liquidation with Uncle Frank, right?
It's everything.
Yeah.
Everything's got a price with Frank.
Everything can go. Everything can go with the right price.
There you go.
Great.
But yeah, Frank, Mike, appreciate you guys coming on. Always awesome having you on here. I can't wait for Sunday. Kind of said at the beginning, at least for me, I know a lot of guys in this kind of area. It's kind of the last show of the year for the most part. I mean, con season's kind of wrapping down. Holidays are coming. Nobody really likes traveling too much in those winter months. So until, February, March, this is kind of it.
Although it hasn't been feeling like winter in these parts, man. It was like, did it hit 80? Did it today in Connecticut?
It was
It was up. It was
a
up
little
there.
toasty. Yeah. I mean, that's just New England / global warming. So, that's where we're at in the world right now. 80 degrees in November. But I'm hoping, the weather is at least decent. Granted, we're inside, so it doesn't really matter. But I love this show because, he does this, 10 times a year? But does it roughly 10 times a year?
Yeah, it's a little one, but I think he does one it's the last Sunday of every month at a VFW in Plainville, which is a couple towns over.
Mm-hmm.
But this was one, I think, what does he do this one?
He does this
3 times?
twice, I think 3 times.
Twice a
He
year?
added the one in March, so 3 times a year in the hotel. There was a DoubleTree in Bristol. So not only is it, I like this show because even the VFW show, you go, it's literally just guys selling comics and toys and stuff.
Yeah.
It's everybody's there for the same reason. No celebrities, no ours. Everybody's hanging out and having a good time. And his Bristol hotel DoubleTree shows are just that, but amplified. It's bigger. There's more.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a lot more vendors.
Mhm.
And it's right. If anybody's, it's right off of 84. In fact, it's not that far from Lake Compounds. So if you're looking for it, it's if you're using directions to Lake Compounds, it's like a few blocks away. It's right on the main drag there.
You're gonna run right into it. Yeah.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I know 84. That's about it.
Yeah. Well, you get there on 84 and you take. I meant to get the exit number, but it's basically the Lake Compound. If you see, signs for Lake Compounds, that's the exit you want.
And apparently ESPN is right there.
Yeah, near ESPN.
Well, there you go. But yeah, we're gonna. It's gonna be a relatively small show. Though everybody was very busy. Holiday stuff coming up. Everybody's getting ready for the show. So you guys are stuck with us 4 tonight. So sorry. No, it's going to be fun. We're going to show off some cool books. We're excited to see everybody on Sunday. But before we get in that, Dave, we got anybody in the chat? I got a couple of people talking in here.
Yeah, we have Mike the Beast. He's been sitting there patiently waiting for us. Marvel Fan 80, welcome. Sure, we'll see you, right? We're going to see you this weekend, Marvel
Staying
Fan.
right there. Looking forward to seeing you guys at the show. Always a pleasure seeing Marvel Fan. Mike, yeah.
T. Rabbis Comics, welcome. What else we got? Oh, John Big Daddy Ross.
Of course.
John, I got to ask, just because I like trivia, what was the hardest question tonight? Throw it at me. What do we got? I know Mike's a big gamer too, so let's hear it. You know. But yeah, this is like I said, kind of last show of the year. It's the bigger version of the VFW show. It is a comic book show. Yeah, there's some toys and stuff like that, but it is a comic book show. And also, it's one of the very few that I think the four of us ever set up at. I think I set up at 4, maybe 5 shows a year, and this is one of them. So I'm very excited.
So we'll be there set up. So if you're there, make sure you stop in. You're not gonna be able to miss us. We're like the first.
Yeah,
thing you're
you
gonna see
literally
when
have to
walk in the door, so-
walk through us as you walk in the door. So
I
you
have a
get to
funny
see-
story about
Trace.
that. Cliff asked if I wanted to set up next to you guys in the lobby, and I said no. There's a reason for
probably
that.
made
I'm
the right
sharing
call.
some tables with some new blood. So that's the other good thing about the bigger CliffCon. You know, the smaller one's great, but it's a small place. It's very hard to get in there. You know,
Yeah,
when they have a
VFW.
But this big place, I mean, they can fit a ton of people, and I have a couple of friends who I've talked about on my channel and stuff that actually got a spot because it's in the bigger venue. So I'll be set up next to them so I can film footage and go around and buy comic books, but also they can watch my stuff. So I apologize. I won't be set up next to you guys in the lobby.
That's okay.
okay.
You're not
We'll come
missing
find
much.
you.
Yeah. Also, you're not going to see Otto there anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah.
As soon as you said you get to walk away, I was like, oh, it's like Otto, but you're doing stuff. Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna do where's lunch money?
You know, it's not that big of a place.
Oh, so yeah, it's bigger, but it's not like
right.
not like a convention center.
Maybe.
But yeah, no. So yeah, I mean, you'll see us literally as you walk in, and then you're going to be on the actual like floor, correct? Like right in the ballroom, I think it's called.
Yep.
Yeah.
Should be
Awesome. But oh yeah, thanks, Mike. Yeah, that's basically it's gonna be like the Walmart greeters. We're gonna give you the sticker, everything like that. Everybody loves seeing that. But you know what? Let's kind of jump into it because I know we all get some stuff kind of to show off and stuff. Mike, let's start with you. You're right.
Sure.
Let's
first things first. I'm gonna give a huge.
Actually, before you jump into it, Dave, because you know how to do it now. Go ahead and
highlight this guy, man.
I taught Dave how to do it before the show. Let's see if he gets
I
it.
can't believe I almost started without waiting for that. For the people first and foremost that are listening to this, Cliff told me that if you go in and at the front table, this is another reason why I didn't want to be the first room. If you mention Lunch Money Comics, you get in for free. One thing that Cliff does is it's really cheap to get into his shows. I think $5 is a cover, but
$5.
Yeah, this one's $5.
Yeah, mention Lunch Money Comics, and you'll get hooked up. So that's pretty cool. So thank you,
pretty cool
for that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Also, shameless plug. So I said I'll be set up there with my friends Magic Geeks and also my buddy Rick from Has-Been Toys and Comics. And we're actually doing a kind of a fun event in a couple of weeks, and we want to draw attention to it at this show. So we get a whole bunch of these things I printed off at Staples, and I got a bigger version here. We're doing a toy drive for Toys for Tots on December 8th at his place. Also raising money for the Muscular Dystrophy Association. I'm selling for the first time ever Lunch Money Comics t-shirts. I always said I would never sell merch because it seems too self-important to me. I just can't do it. I'm too lazy. But I told someone that I was thinking of doing it that has their own printing company, and they donated 100 Lunch Money comic shirts. They made them for free.
Nice.
All proceeds are going to this. But I won't have the shirts this Sunday. I won't have them until this. So otherwise, that was the game plan. But I wanted to point this out. So it has been collectibles in Wilbraham, Massachusetts. December 8th should be a really cool event. Bring toys. We'll have raffles. We'll be raffling off books left and right for anyone who brings toys to donate. We're going to have some sports cars to fill up. It's gonna be awesome. We might even be dressed in costume. Might be some really embarrassing photographs on the Instagram.
You're gonna go like maybe like a Doctor Strange Santa kind of thing. Like,
well, Rick is a really big guy and I'm a really little guy, so we fall into a natural costume alignment for the holidays there. So that's on its way from Amazon right now.
Nice,
costume.
Awesome. That's
great. That's great. That sounds like an awesome event. That's great.
I'm
great
excited
to see you guys do that.
Yeah, pardon me, Mike. Can we give you donations right on the spot for toys?
Of course, yeah, of course, yep, yeah. And that's why I really didn't know how to do that, but sure. When we're there, we mention this. You guys have more than welcome to. Of course, I would be that'd be awesome actually. And again, if any of you guys want a shirt, let me know beforehand. We can put a couple aside, hopefully, so we don't run out. One of the things I wanted to show off because, like I said, I'm setting up with Rick, but this actually segues quite nicely into the toy drive. So I go over to this guy's Rick's place all the time. He always gets in collections, and he pointed me to a box last time I was there someone had walked in with a huge box of mostly modern and DC comics they had signed. Personally, going to shows, they sold him the whole box. One, he'll bring some of these books to the show, but I grabbed a couple to show off because these are also going to be some of the prizes that we give away when we're doing the show. So I had to show this off because you guys show Kevin Smith in the intro. I intentionally grabbed this Black Cat, written by Kevin Smith, autographed by the Dodsons, who are married. They did this cover, they signed it. But here we have Daredevil Volume 2, Number 1, signed by Kevin Smith right there. So
that's awesome.
Personal friends of his. I thought I'd show it off. These are the types of things we'll be raffling off, and also Rick's gonna have a ton of these. I think at the show on Sunday. So
that's awesome.
Really cool. Yeah. Tons of stuff by Alex Ross, actually, signatures.
Wow, you don't see a ton of Ross signatures.
He's got a ton of them. He's got like 20 of them in that box. There's also Jeff John's signature. So we'll have some of these on hand this weekend as well as at that show. So that's pretty cool.
I'm liking that. I'm digging that Daredevil signed by.
Well, I'll arm wrestle you for it because of all the books I grabbed, I'm like, yeah, we'll give these away as prizes. As I'm looking at it, I'm like, no. This might be a 5-finger discount and end up in the boxes behind me. So a couple things I want to bring. Yeah, so actually, I'm going to show you most of the stuff I need to get rid of, and I'm happy you mentioned it, ChinMo. This is the last show of the year to sell at. You guys sell like 4 or 5 shows. I sell at like 2 if I'm lucky.
I say, yeah, you only do a couple.
But I try to sell at flea markets. I sell cheap stuff, and I need to make room down here. So over here, all those boxes, those are all like dollar books basically, and they're actually pretty good stuff. I need to move stuff out of this room.
If you're not careful, you're gonna end up like me, like just stuff stacked.
I'm trying not to be. So this is fire sale for me weekend. Like I have runs in here. Like, what's your favorite? What do you like? You like Thor? You like Iron Man? You like Superman? I got boxes of the stuff. I need to get rid of it really cheap. I do have some key issues I'll pull up on my little wall. This is actually kind of funny. It segues quite nicely with a video I did recently and a little bit of a cautionary tale and why the people in our community are so great and informative. I recently went to upstate New York. I was up there with my family. I went to an indoor flea market, got a whole bunch of cheap books for $1. I got this book. I was excited to get this book for $1, and I knew it was worth more. It's a Spawn newsstand for $1.
Wow.
Now, I knew it was worth more than $1, but I didn't mention it in the video. I'm like, oh, it's a Spawn newsstand. It's pretty cool. And I moved on. I had about 100 people telling me in the comments, that's a newsstand. It's worth more. I didn't realize how much more. It's like $100 book.
Yeah, it's expensive.
The funny story here is that I was recently doing a thing for my local church. They do a raffle, a holiday bazaar. And people raffle all sorts of things. I said, you know what? I'm going to make a gift basket of comic books. And I threw in a whole bunch of books, and this was in there. Last second, my wife goes, don't put anything too nice in there. It's just a little kid's going to buy these and probably destroy them. I'm like, you know what? You're right. And I do like this book. And I took it out last second, not really. I think it was worth $10. I didn't think it was worth $100. So I'm happy. I didn't give it away, but I am going to bring this to the show. If anyone's interested in a Spawn newsstand, it's perfectly high grade. I mean, it's in perfect shape. Nice. Let me know. I'll bring this to the show.
Yeah.
That's a nice find and then also save.
It was both. It was a fine. Yeah, exactly. So I was wiping my brow a little bit. So a couple other things, I have lots of extras. Lately, I've been buying comic books that replace my older ones because of condition. I went to that Gary Dolgoff sale, got a whole bunch of upgrades. The way it works is, guys, you get an upgrade. The old book you sell or trade to cover the cost. So I get tons of X-Men keys.
Nice.
I've replaced my old, bringing the new. I have a box of X-Men keys. So again, same thing. If you guys are into that stuff. And that's it. I could dig behind me and get all sorts of stuff. I get the bigger stuff, but you guys get the idea. Mostly cheap stuff. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to bring yet, but it's mostly there. Mostly there to have a good time, hang out with people, engage with the awesome community that we all share, and I'm excited for it. It's a fantastic show. He kills it every time.
Yeah, so. He does. And like you said, that's the best part, hanging out. And then, you're digging through. I personally love the show because you do have those guys, that are bringing the dollar bin stuff that shouldn't really be dollar bin stuff.
Right.
And then, you got the guys with the wall books and stuff like that. So, it's a perfect mix.
Good mix. Good mix of all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. But that's awesome too, especially with the Toys for Tots stuff that you guys are doing. I'm definitely bringing a donation for you guys because
that'd be awesome. Thank you so
me and my friends used to always do a Toys for Tots like a charity concert thing every year, and we haven't done it, I think, since COVID. And so
it's something we hope to do more and more. Like ever since I met Rick, he's one of those guys like me. He's a dad. We both like to do good things for kids. He's really great with the kids, and we always want to do something special. And This is something that's near and dear to his heart. And I grew up as a pretty damn poor kid. And I used to, help with this when I was like in college and stuff. So when he offered it to me, I was like, dude, let's not only do this the first time, but try to grow it. And if we can make it bigger every year,
Yeah.
we certainly will. So any help that we'll take it. Looking forward.
That's
to
awesome. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, I'll absolutely bring some stuff for you guys because I love that.
It. All right.
Very cool.
Yep. Great.
But yeah, so it's Magic Geeks and was it has been toy? I always want to say unseen for some reason, but
Yeah,
has been
because
toys.
he worked for Hasbro. Rick worked for Hasbro for years as a developer
terrible.
for like Transformers and GI Joe and stuff. So has-been's a play on Hasbro.
I like that. It's pretty cool.
I have a stack of stickers here. Look, I even have like a 3-men sticker. But I can't find his sticker, but I have piles of the stuff somewhere. I'll find it eventually.
It looks like Hasbro's logo almost, right?
It does kind of look like Hasbro's logo. I just can't find it.
Nice,
Whatever.
very cool. Well, let's keep it going. Frank, I believe you said you pulled out a couple books to show off.
I did. You guys know.
Highlight this guy, man.
I'm sorry, Frank.
It wouldn't be the first time I was too quick on the mic. All right. Okay. So just like Mike was saying, I mean, you guys know I mean, everything starts dirt cheap with me. All right. And if you want something, more than likely, I'm probably just going to give it to you. All right. That's what I do.
I've seen you do it many times.
Yeah. So
It starts off cheap and goes lower.
Yeah, it does. I don't know how I do that, but why not? Because I always, the way I see it, I don't need to take all your money. You know what I mean? Buy a little from me, buy a little from Mike, buy a little from Dave and ChinMo. Let's spread it around. You know what I mean? So there's nothing wrong with that. But I've been hunting in my reel, so I got a set of Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe. All right. These are all very, very nice. Very, very nice. All right. I may have pressed all of these myself too. Okay.
I gotta tell you, Frank, you've been getting real good with that pressing, my friend. You've been practicing, and it's showing.
Well, the guy who's mentoring me, he basically cracked the code. I mean, he told me this a few months ago, and like everything's done twice as fast. I've been doing everything wrong for so long, and I cracked the code. Well, actually, he helped crack the code. All right. So I'm bringing one of these. Why not? I was able to get a few extras. If you want one, I'll give you a great price. I'm not going to charge you eBay prices. Okay.
You know what? I have yet to read it. Literally everyone, even Mike in here is talking about it. Everybody I've talked to said it's been a fantastic read. So I might have to pick one up from you.
Absolutely. I'm bringing one for Noah because he wanted it. So I'm bringing a few of them, and I'm gonna give it to Noah anyway because he's been asking for it. So
you know what? I hope he doesn't watch this and he's just surprised. I hope he doesn't.
I know that. I know. I probably shouldn't have said anything. Right?
No, he will though. He will watch it. So there you go, Noah. Enjoy the free book on Sunday.
So I mean, if anyone wants, the first few Punisher War Machines, with these Clayton Crane covers,
the whole run.
My camera's not doing it justice, guys. So please forgive me. All right, but they're kind of all here. Especially this.
We can see it. We can see what you got there.
All right, I love this cover.
That's a great cover.
Yeah.
All right. So again, these are going to be dirt cheap as well, as you guys know. This.
I love that cover. I'm not even a huge. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Spider-Gwen, but I love that cover.
Oh, really? I've never liked that cover.
I've always thought I like a good minimal cover. That's why I like John Tyler Christopher's like the negative space variant so much stuff. I like a good minimal cover.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, I guess these always tend to go at the shows, right? These things right here, right? These always
books, especially after the Deadpool movie.
Yeah.
Yep. And if you've never read Ultimate Fallout, I mean, you can literally get an entire set from me, okay, at an incredible price. Number 4 is a second print, but I mean, who's counting? You know what I mean?
I was waiting for a second. I was like, number 4?
Okay. It's right here. I'm not doing what.
It's a great
book.
Right.
Great book.
Right. Yeah, but if you want to read it, these are all very good copies. This is probably the highest grade. All right, but you know what? If you want to read the series, hey, get it. Buy it here. Consider buying it from me. I've got. I'm bringing this. This is a Todd McFarlane variant signed by Brian Pulido.
Ooh, okay.
All right. This was his store exclusive. All right. So again, if someone wants it, I'll give them a great price on this one as well.
I don't know too much about Lady Death, but I like that. It's kind of like a storm cover. I like it.
It is, and I think this was the one. This is like he got permission from Todd to use it. There was a whole thing on his website. All right. And if someone wants the real third appearance of Wolverine, I have this as well.
Okay. 182.
This is very high grade.
Did you press it or is it not pressed yet?
Yes, I pressed it.
Ooh,
I pressed
there
it,
you
but
go.
someone better than me can probably improve it. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, this is just, guys, I start everything at $2. I mean, whatever. Just buy some books. I like seeing smiles on people's faces. This is what this is what I do for a living. I work with people all the time. So, again, just go ahead. I want people to enjoy the show. I want people to enjoy the experience. I never want people just questioning whether or not they're getting ripped off or not. Okay. Those Punisher war machines, they're not perfect, but you know what? They're a great addition to any collection. So, consider stopping by and saying hello and browsing. And I'm happy that I'll be very happy at least that you stopped and chatted. Okay. So
Very
thank
good.
you.
Yeah.
There you go. Come
Yeah,
come
no,
by and say
thanks-
hi to
thanks.
Frank so he doesn't just talk to me all day. He's
When I
stuck with
say we
me.
have the best community in the whole world up here in the Northeast, I look at Uncle Frank. Come on. Poster child
Yeah.
for our community up here.
That's right.
I will say, Frank, there's a
Not wrong
problem.
there.
Last time I did CliffCon, I don't think I said no to anyone's offer, like ever. Like, that's 100. We take 80? Yeah, sure. I never said no because I just wanted to see that smile. It's not the best business model, but it's fun as hell, right?
But you know what? That's what's great about especially when you kind of know the people too. It's just like, yeah,
Right.
man, I don't care. I don't want the book. I'm selling it for a reason.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's make a deal. Let's have fun with it.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's just fine. Just take it home.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, that's it. When you get some of these smaller shows, I mean, you're getting guys they're collectors. They're not just vendors. They're just flipping stuff to buy new stuff, or like like both of you guys, you're just trying to clear some room, so you can walk through your house.
I mean, look at this. Yeah,
Just remember, these shows, it could be somebody's first time attending one of these shows and who's maybe just getting into the game. So I think we have a responsibility to make the best impression, to say, okay, I'm willing to come back here.
Frank,
Okay.
1 year ago, you mentioned Noah. 1 year ago at the Big CliffCon was Noah's first comic show ever. He got his first big boy book, first Red Hood. Spoke with him. He loved the atmosphere so much. He got way into the hobby and started his own YouTube channel. You're absolutely right, Frank. I mean, it could be, not only could it be their first show, it could make a huge impression on them and make a big change in their life. So,
right. Yeah, that's a great example, Mike. Noah is a perfect example of somebody stumbling into a comic show for the first time and just falling, just diving head first.
Yeah.
And
if
the
you guys
community's
haven't watched
better
it,
for it too.
Broke Boy Comics. Shout him out right
Yeah.
there. Broke Boy Comics. Go check out his channel. He's doing great stuff. Awesome guy. He'll be there on Sunday as well. But just like you were saying right here, first time, Pizza Rat Collectibles. If you've never been to the show, I'm driving 2 hours for it. It is a fun, great comic show. It's a fun Sunday afternoon. There's like a bar with a restaurant right in the hotel. It's a fun time. It's worth it, especially on a Sunday if you're not doing anything. Take the drive. It's worth it. Absolutely worth it. And then speaking of how great this community is, John Big Daddy Ross right there. This man is always coming with the goodies. If you guys are looking for anything for trades or anything like that, and if you're looking for specific books, trust me, there's nothing too specific. This guy probably has it.
He's probably got more than one.
Yeah. So,
we keep saying we need to do a crawl on Rhode Island so we can stop at John's house, right?
I think I kept saying the next three-man crawl is going to be John Ross's basement, and I don't know what the middle stop's going to be, but the last stop's going to be Uncle Frank's basement. So we're going to go from basement to basement, a real basement crawl.
Yeah,
I'll set it up real nice. They'll even make food. All right, it'll be a whole evening. All right.
3 men in 3 basements. I mean, it markets itself.
Right? Exactly.
Right.
So I think that might be happening soon. So look out for that in the near future, guys. Yeah, no, I can't wait. Yeah, there you go.
I'll put it aside for you.
I would say, yeah, Mike's got it right there for you.
You guys can haggle down, see who'll give a lower price to him.
He's gonna walk away with just a bunch of free books.
Yeah.
Dave, you said you might have a few things, but you have nothing to show, correct? If not,
I don't have anything to show. I'm still not sure what I'm doing on Sunday. I mean, I'll definitely be there, hang out for several hours. I've got a couple of short boxes that I had left over from Terrificon, so I may just throw those out there. See if I can get something for those. And my slabs, I got to check I may have a couple of slabs that I'm trying to move, but unfortunately, I don't have anything to show.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm gonna show off a few of my books, and then
Yeah, you just got some new stuff. You got some new inventory.
I did. Anything I had for sale, I sold at Terrificon. I cleaned house, didn't bring anything
Right.
home with me. Loved it. It was great. Didn't have to carry a damn thing. But then I'll say right now, if you guys go back, I posted a video. Was it last week? Maybe the week before? I don't remember when I posted it, but
It was last week.
Buying a small comic
Yeah.
collection. 90% of that is going to be with me. I kept a few things from it, but the rest of it, and it's a lot of sets, a lot of runs. Especially if you're an Alien or a Predator fan, I'm gonna have a whole box of just Alien Predator.
What era is it? Is it all 90s stuff, or you got some?
It's a lot. It's almost. I mean, I'm just spitballing here, but if it's not everything, it's probably like 85 to 90% of anything Dark Horse produced with Alien and Predator. It's
really?
There's a good amount of it, plus the new Marvel runs as well. But yeah, the whole box of that. I'll have a bunch of those DC sets and stuff that are awesome reads. Because I like buying sets around this time because I don't know about you guys, holiday time, there's travel and stuff like that. There's also that rare downtime where I'm like, cool, let me get caught up on my reading. What do we have? And I'll just grab a stack of stuff and go right through it. So that's my plan. So you probably see me buying a few sets. I've actually kept some from the collection for myself. But then I have a few other things that if you guys ever have bought from me before, I always got like some nice discount bins, 5 buy 2 get 1. I'll get some $10 ones, I'll discount them left and right. But I literally just grabbed a random stack of stuff. I don't even know what I got here. Awesome, this this kind of stuff that'll be in the some minor keys and stuff. High grades, that 90s foil goodness. All these minor keys, First Doomsday. I'll have a whole box of this. Moon Knight. Love this cover.
Love that cover.
Yep. And you know what? It's got like 1 or 2 ticks, but it's
Frank
pretty high
Miller
grade.
cover?
Was it?
Is that Frank Miller cover?
No, I think it's a Sienkiewicz, isn't it?
Oh yeah, no, Sienkiewicz. Yeah, what do I think?
Yeah, I think it's a Sienkiewicz. I'm pretty sure it's a Sienkiewicz. I also just recently came into a kind of a small stack of the Spidey 2099 books, including the Venom ones, which is like a cool rare. I'm getting a horrible glare, sorry guys, but an awesome like the variants and stuff like that. The awesome AF-15 homage. I picked up.
I've been feeling that run. I got to check to see if I'm still missing any.
I got some of the harder ones, which is cool. And I picked up, a handful, some nice, just, Batman keys, little Death in the Family, some nice books,
I'm gonna be.
Yeah, now you should buy that because actually I've been reading this. I don't know if you know this. The new series that came out was
Robin. Oh yeah, it's like an after thing. It's like a what if, right?
You just showed. I forget what issue that is. Was it two?
It's 426, 426 to 429.
426, and then instead of going to 427 in the regular run, this takes over from there, where Robin lives, and it's like an alternate. And what's really cool about, I'm sorry to sabotage your viewing, but this is like a really cool book that I've been reading. It even has like it's got the old school paper. I mean, it looks like it just.
Ooh, okay.
It looks like it would have been the next issue.
Does it smell like it too, though? That old comic book smell?
Well, it doesn't smell, 20 years old, but no, but it's pretty. That's been a cool read. That's one of the stuff I've been reading. So you should get those books from ChinMo if you don't have them, and then you can buy these and read the other timeline.
Yeah, so you get the what ifs. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, very cool. Thanks, Dave. But then, like I said, I have a ton of sets, not just like all the DC ones. I got a couple sets of a bunch of Venom. I got the whole, Lethal Protectors run, high grade stuff. That stuff's always fun. Bunch of sets, bunch of reads. I will have a couple of like bigger books, I guess you want to call them. I'm gonna have a few sticking with DC, little Damian Wayne action. I got all the first appearances here, the cameo, all of it. I'm gonna do it as a whole set and ignore those prices. I haven't repriced anything.
Do you have the variant cover of that?
I don't have the variant, the 1 in 10.
Yeah, that's
That
the
I
one
do.
That's the one
That's
I
actually
do.
one. Yeah, it's actually one I'm looking for my PC as well. I had some talking about John Tyler Christopher earlier with some negative space. Some nice Veda and Ahsoka. I'll have those going up there. I'm also going to have. I was going through. I've had a handful of treasuries in my collection that I love, but they take up a lot of space. They're big.
Yeah.
So I'm keeping a handful. I'm keeping my my Star Wars ones, my Flash Superman, and my Muhammad Ali one. But I'm bringing a few of them, including I believe this is the second print, the redo of Superman and Spidey. Cool Doctor Doom and stuff
Yep.
on there. But if you got the second print, you got to have like the original too. So
Classic.
bringing that, and I mean, again, I'm not like a grader by any means. But these might be some of the highest grade treasuries I've ever seen. Usually see them and they're beat and torn. There's not a rip on these things. They might be like 1, maybe 2 ticks. But these
I don't know
are
if it's because
very
of the.
high
I don't know if
grade.
it's because of the size. I don't know if it's because of the size they get beat
Yeah.
on, or like nobody knows where to put them, so they just end up.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
hard.
yeah.
Yeah, they're
at
hard
the
to
bottom, somebody
store.
stacked.
And you know what? They're big too. So, kids read them,
Yeah.
These were red. They're hard to store. I got a collection of these a long time ago. I got like a stack. I'm keeping the Star Wars and stuff like that, but these are very high grade, which I'm pretty happy about. So I was like, I'm gonna move them along, let somebody else enjoy them, especially any Superman, Spidey Man, or Mike the Beast. Any fans out there? I don't have prices on them, but Mike, for you, double. That's always the rule.
Yeah.
Mike loves. I make that joke every time Mike wants something from me. It's great. He loves it.
I've never heard that joke.
I would say I love reading treasuries. They make me feel like a little kid. If you lay on the floor and you put one
Yeah.
out, like man, it's like time travel. I feel like I'm 11 years old, 12 years old, 10.
You know what?
It's awesome.
It's awesome too because I don't have kids, but I have 2 young nieces, and they're not super into superheroes or anything, but they love the Spider-Man and his Amazing Friends cartoon that they have on like Disney Junior and stuff now.
Yeah.
So I always get them like the free comic book day ones and stuff. And when I had stuff out, I had one of them this past weekend, and she was like Spider-Man. I'm like, oh, I'm so happy as a 2-year-old knows who that is. Just
Right.
and those are great to read. Yeah.
Awesome.
I will that last Ronin set I will have that last Ronin set with me as well, because I have probably 10 copies of that whole run. I went real hard on that book, so I will be selling that set.
Yeah, I'd say.
Yeah, which is pretty great because I actually didn't realize what it goes for now, so it makes me happy. My old speculating self back in 2020 or 2021, whenever it came out. But yeah, I'll have that. Those other turtle sets will be in there because I already have them stuff, and I'll have a handful of other stuff. I got a nice little $5 bin that's shouldn't be $5 books kind of thing. Buy 2 get 1, stuff like that. It was kind of like a couple normal boxes that I'll have up there. But that's what I like this. This is what this show is. It's a nice mix of stuff. Granted, we showed you guys a lot of DC, Marvel stuff, some independents, but there's everything at this show. There's Raw, there's Slabbed, there's Marvel, there's DC, there's indie, there's superheroes, there's Golden Age, there's cartoons, there's literally about anything. I mean, you make a good point. Turtles, you should always just buy. Turtles are always good. I don't care what Otto says. You can't go wrong with the Turtles. Also, and if actually you have not read The Last Ronin, it's an amazing read. I highly enjoy the read. But yeah, so yes, you'll see us as we walk in. Mike will be on the floor. Just come say hi. Don't buy a thing from us. Just come hang out. We're gonna be doing giveaways all day long. We'll have a bunch of stuff like that. And then Mike, I'm gonna highlight you again really quick. If you want to show off that Toys for Tots drive again.
Yeah, I feel I should have probably sent this to you digitally. But yeah, this is the flyer I made. I printed at Staples yesterday.
You'll have those flyers at your table, or
I will. I have the small ones, right? So I'll have the big one, and then I'll be handing these out if you want to grab them. Actually, they'll be at the front too when people come in. They'll be the flyers. You can grab one if you want to take one. But yeah, it's going to be December 8th, which is a Sunday, in Wilbraham at Has Been Collectible Toys and Comics. And also, again, Hasbin's going to be there this weekend, and he has comics, but he's really into toys, obviously. And although there are toys at CliffCon, I think he's going to try to bring more than we've ever seen before. I don't know how much he's going to actually fit, but if anyone's interested in especially old toys, 80s toys, retro toys, he's going to have a ton there. Really good guy. And again, if you want to come to the store itself, you can donate toys there. We have raffle tickets if you donate stuff, raffling off toys, comic books, original art, signature stuff. It's going to be a blast. Even if you just want to come and talk comic books and toys, we'll be there with, holiday cookies and cider and stuff like that.
Awesome.
Pretty excited. So, and again, just come by and talk to us about it. If you're around this weekend, just ask us about it. We'll tell you all the details. I'm excited for it. I'm excited. Again, Toys for Tots, where the toys are going, and the donations from the shirts going to Muscular Dystrophy in the name of my friends I grew up with. So very excited to bring this up for the first time.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's an awesome thing you guys are doing.
No, I'm excited.
Yeah, that's fantastic. But yeah, this weekend, come say hi, come hang out. Be like Pizza Rat. Take the drive. It's worth it, especially on a Sunday. Look at, he's got the book right there for you. You already got your name on it.
He's got to put away.
That's service right there. That's service.
Very nice.
But yeah, I mean, and like it's not going to be just us four. You're gonna. I think someone mentioned it. John. Yeah. Bob Comic Barn, who's always on here. He couldn't make it tonight. He'll be in there. Re-Up's gonna be in there. Right. We get the Wall of J&S. We got, I believe, Richie sets up. Richie's Comic Cabana. There's tons of great vendors here.
Isn't J&S setting up in New York, like upstate New York, the day before? They're gonna have the hustle to get over there. Yeah,
especially moving that.
Yeah, those guys don't mind driving. I mean, I know they've done like the New Hampshire show, the Little Giant, on a Saturday, and I think they drove down to Connecticut to do CliffCon.
That's true.
There you go.
They don't even think twice about it.
Yeah, James Brickhouse, probably the same thing. I think he has his big sale the day before, but he always sets up. He's close, so it's not that big of a lift for him.
Yeah, a lot of guys forget.
Isn't he?
Yeah, I think he is. Actually, I just bought a couple of books from him this past weekend that I was very happy about. He's got great deals. But yeah, this weekend, you know what? I don't know why I waited till the end of the show, but just to show this.
Yeah, why not show what we're
right. Probably should have led with that one, huh? But yeah, that is this weekend, Bristol, Connecticut. It's at the Doubletree Hotel. Come hang out, have a fun time. Like I said, 75 dealers, if not more. It feels like there's more than that. It's also, this is one of those shows too that never really feels. I mean, granted, we're usually in the atrium, like the opening, quite a bit, but I move around. Otto does nothing but not be at the table, but it never feels crowded. It feels, no,
they got a lot of
relatively well spaced out.
Yeah, because it's like a banquet hall, but they have the entrance to the banquet hall, so they've got some vendors out there, vendors in the banquet hall. It's a nice kind of loop. They got a couple little cut throughs to break things up. But yeah, you're right. There's there's plenty of room to go digging.
Yep.
I will say he did this earlier this year. He did it for the first time ever, a night one, which was on Good Friday.
It was awesome.
And I almost didn't go. I was talking with some friends, like, oh, no one's going to go on a Friday night. I went last second. It was packed. They had people in the overflow lot. I couldn't. There was whole families there, which was great to see, young kids. But it was crazy how many people showed up, and it was awesome to watch, just to see how many people got excited about this show. So maybe it is growing in that way. Maybe we'll see it on a Sunday morning as well. So who knows? It could be more people than we expect.
You know what? I would love it. The more, the merrier. And I'm going to say this right now. That is a little bit of a far drive, but it's a fun time.
Do it.
And I'm going to do a real, just shameless plug. If you can't make it up this Sunday, maybe you can make it up this May. I don't know, May 17th. Throw that out there. Just going to, leave that there for a second. This is an all-day event right here. We'll be talking about this much more in the future.
All night.
Throw that in there for a second. Plus the after party. No after party this, but we're gonna be hanging out. I don't know about you guys, but I take the 2-hour drive. I'm hanging out. I'm getting food after. I'm gonna enjoy. I'm gonna talk comics, break bread.
Absolutely.
But I really appreciate you guys coming on here.
Yeah, and I mean Otto and Roger are gonna be, they're gonna be hanging out too, right?
I know for a fact. Roger said he's coming. I know Otto has quite a bit of stuff ready to go because he's been talking to me about it nonstop and all the stuff that he's bringing. We're gonna Sean Comic CT will also be out in the atrium with us. He's always got a great wall and great bins full of stuff. Like I said, just tons of awesome vendors, great books, great people. What better way can you spend a Sunday, right? Come to this starts at 10. Come for an hour or two, go home, then watch some football, or spend the day, watch football with us, hang out, have a great day.
It's more fun watching the Patriots, Giants, and Jets all lose with a group of people.
I got to tell you right now, though, I don't know, for you fantasy players out there, it's a horrible bye week. There's a lot of teams off this week. I'm very, very curious to see what's going to happen. Awesome. Bummer about this weekend, but can't wait to see you in May.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for coming on here. Before we head out, Frank, thank you very much, my friend. Appreciate it. I have a feeling we'll be table buddies. It's always me and you at a table.
Yes.
Great. Yeah.
I mean, someone has to watch auto stuff, right?
Exactly. Right. Yeah. So we split it. And I gotta tell you, it's like a full-time job keeping track of that guy. Really is.
He's something else, yes. And he stalks me too. I mean, you see the photos of my vehicle that he sends you guys from time to time. Hey, there's Frank. I don't know why he does it, but whatever.
Yes, we have a group chat, and randomly Otto's like, "Look at this guy over here," and it's like from the bushes of like Frank's car, like parked outside, him doing stuff out in public. I'm like, this is real stalker shit.
You're outside the Eye Opener, the comic shop here.
Yeah. Real quick, JR Comic, Uncle Frank's Comics, I believe, right? Is it Uncle Frank's _comics?
Absolutely. I would appreciate you taking a look, see what I have. I mean, the last half dozen reels, that's really what I'm bringing, because those are this last collection that I've been picking up over the last few months. So absolutely. Please come down and take a look.
And Mike, man, always appreciate you coming on here, especially, crazy time of the year right now. So we really appreciate you taking some time to hang out with us.
Anytime. Love hanging out with you guys.
Yeah. What else you got planned? What do you got else coming up? What videos should we be watching?
Well, actually, it's on Monday. I have a video of a collection I bought recently. I actually bought it a while ago. Other videos kind of got precedence, like the Gary Dogoff sale. It kind of hopped the order. So I have a collection that I bought at a junk shop. Ended up having a couple cool things in there. I might bring some of that. I kept some of the better stuff for myself, off some stuff at the show. But that should be on Monday's video. You get to see me sort of dumpster diving in an antique shop for comics. Awesome. My favorite place to find comics. So that's on Monday. So look for that video. It's a fun one.
I'm waiting for the video of you like full on like cave spelunking with like headlamp and all, and being like, guys, I found this treasure chest. You're never gonna believe what's in here.
There's comic books everywhere. Man, I'm telling you, you can find them all over the place. Maybe not in a cave, but who knows?
I'm waiting for it.
Yeah, it's worth a look.
Yeah. And Dave, appreciate you coming on here, man. Can't wait to see you on Sunday. Thank you.
Yeah, it's always fun hanging out. So having you drive down here for another CliffCon it's gonna be a fun day for sure.
It's you know what, for the fact that I have to wake up so early on a Sunday, and I'm not upset about it, should tell you how good how fun this time is.
I'm a little closer. I'm like the next town over.
Yeah, I don't even want to hear it. You and Frank are like 10 minutes away.
Dave, my friends are actually staying over in the hotel the night before because they didn't want to make the drive. So that is an option I never ever considered. I mean, I'm not that far, but for some of us, it's kind of not a bad idea.
And anyway, it's a DoubleTree, so it's not like you're
nice.
Yeah. It's a nice place, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't know for a fact, but I would assume their rates aren't that high. Sunday night in the middle of Connecticut, probably pretty cheap rooms.
Yeah,
just saying. But thank you guys again. Appreciate everybody tuning in, watching. Hopefully we will see all, if not most of you, there on Sunday. It starts at 10 again because I didn't show it at the beginning, but 10 to 3. We'll be there all day. Come say hi. Come hang out. Hopefully we see you. And that's gonna do it for us. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Bye, everybody.
Good night, Canada.
There it is. And now we have